Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle. So today's pick a card reading, we are just going to be asking or looking at what do you need to know for the month ahead. If you're watching this as it comes out, it will be, the month ahead will be August. But that being said, yeah, we just have 3 piles to choose from. The first pile is this blue lace agate. It will focus as my cat Steve is walking around here. There we go. Pile 2 is this piece of pyrite. There we go. And pile 3 is this piece of amber. So if you've never done a pick a card reading before, how it works is you just sort of take a second, close your eyes if you feel comfortable with it, take a few deep breaths in. Really, we're just trying to center ourselves down, go more from the mind into the body, and then we just ask ourselves, do one of these piles have a message for me? And once you do that, you open your eyes and you just see if any of these piles are just standing out to you. It could be the stone is catching your eye, you're feeling drawn to it. Sometimes it could be one of the card decks that draw you in. Or if you want, some people like to look at numbers. So in the description box below, there'll be a timestamp number attached to each pile. Sometimes that might just stand out to you as well. There's no real right or wrong way to choose a pile. There's just like if you feel drawn to something or not. And if you don't sweat it. Just means there might not be a message in this reading for you, but there's so many out there. You'll for sure find a pick a card reading for you. So that being said, I'll give you a few minutes to do that if you haven't already, and then I'll see you in your pick card readings. Hello pile ones, you all chose the blue lace agate. We are just going to be looking at what's coming your way this month. So I'm just going to shuffle these and we're going to get right into your card reading. So what's coming your way, pile ones? One light for highest good the month ahead. Okay, and kind of want one more. Put that there, and we're going to also pull some clarifying cards. It's like a few too many. It was like 8 cards. Okay. Cool. All right. We're gonna we'll put those over there. Cool. All right. So just double check you have all these in frame, and then I'm gonna get right into your reading here. Vibe check. Pray, call on your angels. Cool your emotions. Reflect on your priorities. Let your fears dissolve. Okay. Cool. Oh, and there we go. So it's kind of interesting. I feel like the month ahead you have some decisions being made, like maybe some bigger decisions, some kind of change in direction, or possibly deciding if you're going to keep going in the same direction. Just glancing at all the cards overall, there's a lot about like sound check, which just means like checking with yourself, feeling into what options feel better for you, seeing the bigger picture and not just the worries of the moment. Then also over here we have like whenever I get the pray card in this deck, I feel like it's just like you're kind of like praying for an answer on what to do, asking like between these two choices, like what is going to be the right direction, or what direction. Some of you might even be like, I don't even have 2 directions, I'm just wondering what is the direction I should take. And then over here we have kind of like reflecting on like your values and like what you really want to see in your future. And then the cool your emotions card, I actually see this as like anxiety, like when we're not doing what drives us and makes us passionate, sometimes that excessive energy, because I should just say I feel like this pile has a lot of fire energy in them, so you can get really into things. For some reason I'm thinking of what's that called, is it human design or gene keys, where it's like you're like, I think it's like a generator or something. Like you generate a lot of excitement, a lot of energy around something that you're doing, but when that energy doesn't have an outlet, sometimes that energy can turn into anxiety, is just what I'm getting. So when I look at this card, about cool your emotions, I'm actually just seeing that as like, um, knowing that when you're doing something that brings more joy, that kind of is giving this like creative energy of yours, all this extra energy that you have, an outlet, then it won't be causing you so much anxiety. Sorry, I keep bumping my camera stand here. Yeah, so when I see like vibe check and letting your fears dissolve, I really feel like, so it has like a tuning fork, which to me is literally like getting a little more balanced. Some of you might be thinking about like literally going on a detox at the end of this month or kind of mid-month or something like that. I don't know, maybe you've been like eating a lot of food lately that hasn't been making you feel great, or if you're seeing this as it comes out, it's like in the summer months, so maybe you're even just feeling like there's been a lot of like drinking or a lot of like ice cream eating, Slurpees, I don't know. Those are all things that are kind of common here. So maybe you're just feeling like you just need like a little bit of a detox, to feel a little more grounded and like good in your body. That's not for everybody, but I don't know. I just got that for somebody like needing to, yeah, clear out something. Focusing like literally on physical health. Okay. So, and nutrition. So, let your fears dissolve. Yeah. So I even also just find like the Cancer card. I don't know why I always see Cancers as balanced. I don't know. It's just like, to me, that just makes sense. There's no real reason. Other than I just feel like they're like trying to find balance between their emotions and the practical. Once again, I know Cancer is supposed to be emotional, but all the Cancers I know are like very practical people who acknowledge their emotions, have a lot of emotional intelligence, and just take the time to like process their emotions and make tactical decisions. So maybe it's just the Cancers I know, but I always see them as like pretty grounded, despite being, according to astrology, a little more on the emotional side. So I just feel like it's like kind of taking time. Yeah, vibe check. That's like a good summary of that. It's just like checking out what's going on with your emotions, checking out what fears are trying to get you to do and decide to do versus like what actually makes sense, what is actually of service to you. You know what? This is giving me that vibe. You know how like sometimes if we're like getting really anxious about something new that we've really wanted and we don't feel quite deserving of it or worthy of it, sometimes like the fears can distract us from realizing that, oh man, I'm like self-sabotaging right now, or I'm not feeling like good enough for this, so I'm thinking about all the reasons why this opportunity won't work out or why this thing can't happen to me. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of that vibe over these cards, especially with like this like fear coming up, and like I even think that might be where the reflect on your priorities came through, where it's like, remember like when these fears or anxieties or worst case scenarios might come up for you around which direction to go or like what you can have in your life. Because once again, I don't feel like this is like I don't feel like you're like there's this path or that path for this pile. I don't think there's a specific two decisions to make. Like I don't think you're making decisions between two options, but I feel like there's like a general direction you want to shift into, and you're just like, well, that might be too good to be true, or that might not be possible for me, or I don't know if I could ever have something like that. It's almost like this month ahead is about really believing that you're worthy of it and you can have these things that you want, and you are valued for them, and you're capable of them, and you're deserving of them. And there's a lot about just like really working on the nervous system, because I feel like there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress coming up for this pile right now. Yeah, so I should just say, if that's not resonating, this might not be your pile, and it might be worth clicking on a different one, because I definitely get this as like a lot of supportive messages around like realizing that you've got this, and that there's just like a part of you, a younger part, or a little part of you that's like really worried. I don't know, like this could be similar to what people call like imposter syndrome. You know how like sometimes people are like, I don't feel like good enough for this, or I don't feel like I have enough credentials. I kind of feel like all those things would kind of play off of this belief. It's like depending on how you like relate to it, you might have like a different way of seeing it, like imposter syndrome, worthiness, not feeling worthy of it, anxious about failing or failing people. Yeah, just all kind of rooted around that. Some of you could even be dealing with a little bit of like a receiving block. Like maybe you have some like options coming your way. Once again, I feel like this would be multiple. Like there'd be multiple opportunities, but you'd be having a hard time receiving it, not feeling like you deserve it, or you feeling like it would like that would be taking the easy way out, or it would be like you need to work harder or something like that. So everything here is like saying like to like make sure you're not self-sabotaging. That's how I would see it. Like all these things, like honestly, I myself do this too. Like I will like self-sabotage when I don't like the wounding for me is like when I don't feel worthy of something, I will self-sabotage by coming up with fears about worst case scenarios and things like that. And I feel like this is like saying like the walk it off is like a perfect card. Like assess the situation. Like you are your own person, you person who are watching this card reading, and it's like really important. And look, it says like getting to the Virgo, so it's like over here we have Cancer, so it's like first things first, like put aside the emotions and just go into that Virgo energy, that like mental, logical, practical energy, and be like, hey, what is the situation outside of the fear? What am I struggling with? Like say you're like needing to move houses, you just look at, okay, I can't stay where I'm currently living. Cool. What options do I have? Okay. And you're not like, well, I don't really know if I want to move in with that person. It's like, no, what are the options? I could move in with this person, but I might not be happy in that living environment. I could move into, like, stay with my parents, but I also wouldn't be happy in that environment. So what is my third option? And it's like, I could try and get another job and make a little more money so that I could afford this other option. Like just like practically, pragmatically, what is going on? Or perhaps there's like a fifth option where someone's like letting you live with them for a reduced rent, just because they're your friend and they want to help you out and they can afford it. And you're like, that can't be an option. That's not an option, because emotionally you're like, that's not an option. But pragmatically, it is an option. It's just something that like you just don't feel worthy of, or you don't feel good about. So it's like so just look at things pragmatically. And then say if you have like that option where you're being offered like an amazing opportunity where someone will give you a reduced rent. It's like literally the answers to all your prayers. And all of a sudden you've got to like, it's saying like, use that Virgo mind and ask yourself, why aren't you accepting it? Because you feel bad, you don't feel worthy, you don't feel like that, you feel like that's too much. Being like, okay, well, why do I feel like that's too much? And just kind of like pragmatically kind of working down that list of like, what is coming up for you that you like, to you, you're like, it's a no, but actually, if you're just looking at it logically and practically, it isn't a no. It's actually everything is possible for it. It's just there's an emotion coming up for you that is saying no, it's not possible. I hope that's like a clear example. So same thing could be for like a really amazing job opportunity that maybe you just don't feel worthy of, or you don't feel like you have the qualifications for, but the other person thinks you do have them. It's like, well, what can you do to get centered and really get to the root of why you are actually saying no. Yeah, and just exploring that deeper and deeper. I hope that makes sense. So take your time, walk it off. So I feel like this is gonna be something that's like it's gonna go pretty deep. So like if you just like look at the first layer, it's like, well, of course I'm gonna feel bad if I like take this opportunity when I don't feel like I've earned it. It's kind of like, yeah, like, but maybe you should just like feel into why that is coming up for you, and what other areas of your life or other opportunities in your life have you had where this was something you didn't allow in or something like that. It's just saying like this is like a bit of a pattern, and it's like important that you just like take your time to work through it and know that you might not get through it in a night or in a day. It might take the whole month. might take a few months, and that's like totally okay. So over here it's the claim your boundaries and relax card. I really just get that it's like, it's really important that this upcoming month you like intentionally set time just to like be with yourself, to not have a bunch of things on the go, so that you can like connect in with yourself and just really get clear and check in with yourself more. I think this would be something you've already been thinking about. And, you know, I have to say, as I'm talking, like, there's, like, an emotion of kind of, like, ickiness that I keep getting. Like, you know, when you're, like, dreading something, you feel kind of gross about something and a little nervous and a little nauseous. Like, it's like a multi-layered emotion. I've gotten this whole time I've been talking. So I wonder if there's a part of you that's, like, feeling, like, a little, like, scared, worried, uncomfortable with like having to like explore this. And if that's the case, it might really be worth it to like get some support. And like I don't know, like for example, if you're like financially I can't really afford this right now, you might be able to offer a trade of services. It's like really big where I'm living right now. Like if there's something you can do, people will trade services so that we can like help each other out. And if you don't have like the extra 100 or $200 to pay for a session, then you just like trade services. So that might be something to look into. Or maybe you could like help someone I'm like, if someone here is like, I don't have any services I can trade, well, maybe you can even just help them out with some work. Like maybe they need someone to organize a room, or maybe they like someone needs like help moving or painting or something like that, and then you can like maybe trade for a free session, or I shouldn't say free session, but just like a session with them where, I don't know, it could be somatic work, it could be in counseling, it could be just like, yeah, I don't know, I get some sort of like verbal or physical support around releasing this or getting to the root of it, of kind of like I keep saying, like why you might not be accepting certain opportunities into your life. Like maybe why you're like, oh, I can't, like, I feel like, say over here, there's this person and they're like, here's everything you've been praying for and asking the universe for. But then you're like walking away because you're like, oh no, I'm supposed to do it on my own. So it's just like getting really clear about why you're doing that. And that's why like, I feel like this is a worthiness thing. But you know what? I can say that, but it's so different when you actually like embody and get clarity and connect that within yourself. So that's why I keep thinking it could be a breath work, it could be a counselor, it could be therapy of some type, it could be Hakomi, it could be internal family systems work. Really, there's so many things out there I'm sure I don't even know about that could basically connect this for you. But I just get that it might take time, and that's okay. Like, really don't feel like this has to be resolved in a day. Yeah. I just feel like this pile's really tired too. So you might have been in a bit of a funk for a little bit here. Just a little bit funk, feeling a little defeated. I feel like you're just overall feeling a little bit drained because you're trying to do everything on your own. Like you just like, I think you just want to like maybe prove to yourself that you can do it, that you can figure it out. I feel like you know roughly what you need to do, but you keep getting like, you have all these little helpers around you and they're like, you just need to say yes. Let these helpers help. Call on your joy guides. Yeah, I feel like, you've been like, this pile, I feel like it feels so finance related and work related. Like you might really have been in the hustle. Like you're just like constantly trying to be like, how can I make more money? How can I do this? Like you're in the grind. And I feel like it's just saying, like it's time to bring back joy. It's time to like do some more things for fun. And maybe there's like a balance there where you can do something that, that like could count as work, but also is something you just wanted to do. What I'm trying to think of is like for me, I'm trying to do more social media posts, but like I actually really like photography. I'm not great at it, but I would love photography. And for me, like a compromise would be like going out and like shooting things and like trying to get like a visually appealing like frame, and just like I just enjoy that. I just like enjoy visual things. So Like that is like weirdly enough like a fun thing for me, and yet I'm still doing work, like shooting like, I don't know, like video for my Instagram account or something like that. So I kind of feel like it could be something like that, where it's like you're bringing in a bit of joy, a little more play, and a little more like things that you like doing, but technically you're still getting some things that are helping or benefiting the work that you're doing. And I also like it's a team effort. So it's like saying like for you to move forward, you really do need to just ask for help. So for example, with this, like with filming videos, like for myself, like as much as I want to do it all on my own, I can't because I can't be in the video, have the video frame moving around, and shoot it at the same time. It's just not possible. It's literally not possible. I mean, I think there's probably like really expensive devices that like, I think I've actually seen them where like the camera, like the thing will move itself so that it can be as if someone's like they're filming you. But you know what? I ain't got the money for that. So I have to ask for help, and I have to be okay with the fact that I need that help. And I kind of feel like this is like what they keep showing me for you. It's like, you just need help. You just need help. And I feel like this is saying like let yourself borrow some energy from other people, because what I'm gonna say here is I feel like you're always giving energy. And it's like okay for you to receive some from others. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are like wanting to pay you back for all the things you've done. Like I think they're like, we value you, you do so much for you, let us support you. Like keep getting like there's a team of people who want to help you recharge and help you out and help you not be so drained. They just need to know what you need help with. It's so funny. Back to basics. This card does talk about just like taking care of your very basic needs. Once again, we have nutrition, making sure you're drinking water, staying like, I don't want to say like active, but like say like for myself personally, if I stay inside all day, I feel gross. Like if I just even go for a 5-minute walk outside, I feel so much better. Kind of makes me think of just basic movements throughout the day, so you don't feel lethargic is the word I'm getting, and also like getting good sleep. Good sleep. Yeah, anything else for this pile about what they need to know for the month ahead? We have fake it till you make it. Oh, I love this card. It's basically like, so this is why I keep thinking it might be something around like your value or feeling worthy of an opportunity. It's like everything's like, okay, so it's really important that you actually get to the root of why you don't feel worthy. But for now, just pretend you do. Ask yourself, what opportunity would I accept if I thought I was worthy of everything? And just like, it's like, just start there. We like ideally this month you're gonna really honestly get to the root of it, so I don't want you to be like, I'm gonna always be faking it. No, but it's like just start asking yourself that. If I believed I was worthy of everything good in the world, if believed I was worthy, what would I allow? What would I do? What would I say yes to? And just like start, yeah, I just get that starting there. Okay, anything else pile ones need to hear for the month ahead? Clear the path. You know what? I just see this book and I keep, well, here's Steve. I keep seeing like clear the old stories. Clear the old stories, clear out the rusty piggy bank energy, and just, hey, Steve. I don't know. I keep seeing the moon too, like letting more come in. So yeah, I'm so sorry. I keep getting worthiness. And I know sometimes it's frustrating when a reader is like, I think this is like what it is, what the block is. And then sometimes I'm like, no, that's not my block. But I keep getting it there. It's going to be like unique to you, but there's something around worthiness and what you think you're deserving of. Or it could even be like, some of us grew up with like that saying of, you have to work hard to make money, or you have to work hard to something. And I feel like there could be things like that hanging around in your subconscious, where it's like you believe if you're not working really hard, then you haven't deserved something or haven't earned something. Yeah, something like that. Okay, anything else for pile ones? Practice gratitude. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Yeah, so I kind of get this once again for like that outlet of like this pile has a lot of like passion and creative energy or fire, however you kind of like to see it. And it's like right now, because I feel like it doesn't have an outlet, I do just see like anxiety and fears, and it's like creatively coming up with ways to kind of mentally torture you about worst case scenarios, or like things that could go wrong. And it's like, okay, if you could give it a job, like, what are all the things that are working for me? What are all the things that I've been able to do or have accomplished and I'm like super grateful for or proud of myself for, and just like giving it another job, giving it a distraction. Yeah, and also like there's Tiger Eye here, which to me talks about courage, luck, I mean, in abundance, but I'm really seeing courage there, like getting out of fear. So I just once again feel like it's really important to, when you're in fear, take a few deep breaths and just like basically befriend whatever guard is coming up within you, or whatever protector, whatever part of you that is a protector is coming up and is like trying to keep you safe, because that's ultimately why the fears come up, is they're trying to keep you safe from getting hurt, getting disappointed. Like if you don't feel worthy of something, then there is like a subconscious guard or protector that will come through trying to protect you, because they're like, well, we already know that we can't have this, so blank. And that could be like the self-sabotaging thing. So it's like having courage to kind of like work with that protector of yours, and I don't know, have like a conversation with like, hey, like, you know what, actually I think we are worthy of this. I think we are going to take a chance on this, because we want change and we know that's not true anymore. Like, once again, I feel like this is going to be a bit of a journey, but you're going to get there. I think you're slowly going to let yourself shine more. The more that you realize that you're worthy of everything and anything you want to experience, the more I think your truest self or your fullest self will start to come through and shine through. Also, just like this pile might really resonate with astrology. You might really resonate with astrology, and you might like be a Leo or have Leo in like a key part of your astrology chart that you know of. Could be the other fire signs. I mean, they're all here. We have Aries, Sagittarius. I think there was like Leo, and I really feel though like Leo vibes coming through hard about being like proud to show off who you are, being courageous enough to like walk a path of like vulnerability and like wholeheartedness, and being like, look, this is me. I'm gonna get after what I want. And yeah, it could just be because like you're wanting to lean into some of that energy to kind of get through this and kind of get more out of life. Like I really feel like ultimately this like month ahead is like, how can I allow in more? That would be a good summary. Like, how can I allow in more? How can I stop denying myself my own success? Just stuff like that. So yeah, I'm kind of wanting to leave this pile with something else, something reflective for some reason. Let me grab a card deck. Okay, so just take one of these cards, or maybe two for reflection. Anything to like wrap up for pile one that we need to hear. Where am I with my health goals? Where do I want to be? Where am I not? Why am I not there? What will it take for me to feel well? And it says, if my body could talk, it would say blank. Today's soul action: feed your body what it needs to feel nourished, appreciated, and loved. Make some new, exciting goals to take your health to the next level. Very interesting. Okay. Pull one more. We have, what am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? And we have, are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. Breathe in your favorite essential oil, inhale deeply into your belly, drop your shoulders, and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. What am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? It's very interesting. Okay, maybe I'll like keep these this way. Okay, so this is all I have for you. Oh, hang on. I actually like this top card. Am I afraid to be seen? And it says, the world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Yeah, and then it just says, what parts of me do I hide so I can be socially accepted and fit in? Am I being authentic? Do I allow myself to be all of me? What do I need to feel so I can be safe to be seen? Journal your answers. That's pretty cool. Okay, sorry. I just want to clear the energy before you go. And I was just hope to leave you a little more peaceful or calm or just even a little more grounded than when you came here. So I just want to thank you for watching this video. I hope it brought some clarity. I can see that there's like you're just kind of in a time of unclarity. I don't think that's a word, but I just see that kind of being part of the journey right now. And like I said, I really feel like this is a worthiness thing, but don't let me tell you your truth. It's like for you to discover what that truth is, and what is going on within you? Why aren't you allowing in these opportunities? So that being said, I'm gonna leave you here. Just before I play this bowl here, I just wanted to say, if you want to support the channel, I so appreciate it if you leave a like or a comment, as it helps this specific video get more views. You can subscribe, that helps the whole channel. And I do now have a members only YouTube channel option. It basically just includes one extended reading for members, early access to videos that are for the public, and also I have sorry, my mind just blooped. Oh yeah, one actual full card reading just for members as well. Something that is cool is that while the membership is small, I do find a lot of the members only videos are getting pretty specific details, which is kind of like a cool perk. And then you have access to all the old members only videos as well. So if that's something you feel called to, that is an option that you can join. And if not, that's all good. I'm going to play you out here. So my intention is just to help you bring a little bit of grounding, a little bit of clarity for you, and maybe I'll catch you in another video. Hello, pile 2. So you chose the piece of Pyrite. So we're just going to be asking, oh, I'm going to light for your eyes. Good. What is coming the month ahead? What do you need to know about the month ahead? Okay. Kind of want to for that one. Cool. All right. So we have fake it till you make it, cloak yourself in light, get grounded, pray, claim your boundaries, and body talk, expect the best. Interesting. I feel like there's a lot of similar themes right now for people. Like even in like the collective reading, or sorry, collective like themes for the month ahead, if you're watching this as it comes out, was like bang on for like some of the readings I did for my friends that day, and was so bang on for what I was going through. And I feel like these last two piles are just like all talking about the same themes. So there must really be some global astrological things happening right now for people. that we're all just like, what's the word? Like learning the same lessons, but in slightly different ways, which is really interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna pull some clarifying cards for these ones. Yeah, definitely some similar vibes going on for everybody. Okay, so let me just put these cards over here. Perfect. So, fake it till you make it, cloak yourself in light, and get grounded. Firstly, I want to say you got like the fool's gold. So, I feel like I love it. I love it because I feel like it means that you're actually trying to bring in a bit more. You're trying to bring in a little bit more into your life. But that's why I kind of like with the fake it till you make it, because it's almost like, okay, you're not there yet, but you're gonna get there. And then cloak yourself in light and get grounded. I kind of get this as like when other people's like fears, comments, negativity start to get to you and like maybe start to create fears within yourself. This is when you just like take a few deep breaths and you're like, all right, that's theirs, not mine, and I'm not going to take it on. Because everything here is like, I don't know, you can claim your boundaries. I feel like this is even like talking about like making sure you're like energy shielding, which might just mean like you're consciously making sure you're detached from other people's emotions, so you're not taking their emotions on, you're just staying grounded and neutral in your own emotions, as well as like over here I feel like there's all these block signs where it's just like saying like other people can be negative, they're gonna go through a lot of stressful time because, well, I shouldn't say that, but there's just like a lot of stress energy right now out in the world. Whenever you're finding this, I'm sure you're going through it. But it's just really coming through that it's like you don't need to take that on. And when you're grounded, when you're actually grounded in the body, in your physical body, there isn't room for other people's worries to get in, because you remember how strong you are. You remember you've got yourself, and you know what you're worthy of, you know what you're capable of, and you know where you're gonna go. Oh, sorry, it's my cat Steve playing around with the spring over there. So I like this, believe in your good luck and be proud of yourself. This really reiterates that point. Like, other people, they're living their reality right now and you're living yours. And like, it's okay for you to feel like everything's working out for you, that like this, I want to say the stars are aligning, that you've worked, I know there's like, I shouldn't say you worked hard, but I think you've done a lot of personal work and maybe even a lot of physical work to get to where you are and to have the things coming in that you're wanting. I feel like this pile, like there's just like a lot of good. Like maybe you're having some really great relationships come in, friendships, maybe romantic partnerships are shifting or developing or just going deeper than they have before. I just really get that you're limitless right now, like uncaged is what I keep seeing. Yeah, you're uncaged. There's no limits, and I like how you're like you've recognized that things go both ways, because there's like a happy and a sad, there's a negative and a positive, and I just feel like you're like, I am gonna live in the positive. I don't need to live in the negative, and you get to like you kind of get to choose your reality, and I think you've really realized that. Like, there's one situation, you might have done a lot of things lately where you've really observed that maybe there's two of your friends in a situation, the exact same situation. One is happy and excited about it, and the other one is like thinking it's the worst thing that's ever happened. And it might really be a lot of moments like that where you're like, oh my gosh, like it's the same situation, it's all perspective. I just feel like you're really feeling that. You're really feeling that, and you're also really feeling being more in the positive yourself, which is super awesome. Super, super awesome. Aw, Steve. Just playing like a little cutie. That's also kind of funny. Like, Cat Steve keeps coming into the room to play with the spring. He like knocks it out of the room and then like brings it back to play in the room. So I feel like that's like just your vibe. You're wanting to play more, enjoy things more, and just, yeah, I really feel like it's important to like not let other people's negative vibes or worries or concerns or poor attitudes get to you. They can have, it's like really knowing that it's okay for them to be living the way they're living, and you can live the way you want to live. Yeah. So claim your boundaries and the pray thing. So I feel like this pile has been working on manifestation. I was kind of getting this over here, like you're really like visualizing, picturing, dreaming, creating like these new ideas that you want to experience for yourself. So if you work in some sort of creative job field, I feel like you might be having more ideas about how you can change things up, how you can bring in more for yourself. And it's just saying keep going with that. Just keep like following that wave. I don't know if that quite makes sense, but yeah, keep running with it. And I just keep getting like, look at that, you got little helpers over there. You got a lot of people coming in. I keep wanting to say night and day for some reason. Things are going from night to day, or whatever that expression is. Oh boy, it's Steve. I feel like he might cause some things to fall over. This is also talking about it's okay to be in the heart energy, which is really awesome. So it says go for it and work through your feelings. So I feel like it's saying something over here like, I kind of see this as like your dreams in your hand. Like whatever dreams you have, it's okay to like take them with you and move forward with them. I don't know. It's just like, this seems really powerful to me right now. Have the courage to like dream and see where it takes you. There you go. Maybe that's what it is. And just like literally go for it. That's pretty self-explanatory. Go for it. Don't worry about what other people are saying. And I even feel with the boundaries card, it might be important to like tell some people like, hey, I know that you don't want this for yourself, but I do. And it's like, okay, if you wouldn't like the life that I'm leading, or it's okay if you have a different opinion from me, but if you want to be in my life, like, then you have to kind of keep it to yourself, because I only want people who are supportive. Like, I just feel like it's like really important to say to people, like, if they don't have good things to say about what you're doing, then they can kind of keep it to themselves, which is probably easier said than done. Okay, over here we have body talk and expect the best. So I feel like this is just talking about keep listening to the intuitive feelings, nudges, things you're getting. I'm really drawn to the red flag. I think it's just like saying, like, if you're not feeling good about something, like, trust that. Like, your body's like literally leading you to the things that feel aligned, or to the people that feel aligned right now in situations. And if you're starting to feel nervous, anxious, something's coming up for you, it's time to like check in and just like not see it as like a I need to full stop, but just take a pause and be like, all right, what is my body telling me right now? What is what am I not seeing? Is this like a block around my belief systems? Is there a block coming up about limiting beliefs within me? Or is this like a sign that I shouldn't be moving forward with this person because something doesn't quite feel aligned? We don't feel like we're on the same page. But I do like that it says expect the best. Like, once again, you have the negative and positive. So it just keep getting that message of like, you are attracting the best of the situation. Like, you're anticipating the best. You've realized you could you could see things the other way, but you're choosing to see things in the best way. I also feel like it's saying something around like you've let go of expectations so that you can just really come from a neutral place and like receive the good that you're wanting to from it. You feel very magnetic right now, super magnetic. And then over here we have relax and assess the situation. So that kind of comes back to like, if you're kind of getting some body sensations coming up or some things coming up for you, it's time just to like pause, not stop, but pause, and just assess what's going on. What is your body trying to tell you? What does it want you to hear? And just really sitting with that. And then I also have over here relax and expect the best. So if this is even making you nervous, like, oh no, like there might be some really bad things coming away or something like that, it's saying like, no, you're good. You're honestly, just everything coming to you right now is a gift. I feel like you're really embodying right now that belief that like the universe is always working for me. So if there's something coming up within me, how's the universe working for me? What is it trying to show me? What is it trying to set me free from? Yeah, I really like that. Really like that. A lot of heart energy and a lot of throat chakra energy. So that's interesting. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to ask if there's anything else you need to know about the month ahead. Aura clans. Yeah, making sure you're like keeping your energy clear. Checking in with yourself is essentially what I'm seeing here. Checking in with yourself to make sure you're not taking other people's doubts and emotions and fears on, because I do feel like there's a lot of like fear around you right now. You probably know why. Maybe it's just your circle. Maybe the economy right now is not great whenever you're seeing this, but it's just saying, making sure and doing like a daily check that it's not someone else's fears and paranoia and anxieties and beliefs that are making you feel doubt or not feel great. It's it's just all your own emotions that are within you. So this could actually look like taking a Epsom salt bath, doing some self-care, doing some journaling every night before bed. Smelling essential oils keeps coming to mind with this for some reason. Going for a walk outside, or maybe you walk to work right now and just checking in with yourself. Just doing a daily check-in is essentially what I'm getting. Clear the path. Yeah, I love this. This just is like being open to anything coming in, anything coming your way, and just being open to it all. Be flexible, kind of the same thing. Like, I just feel like there's so many cool things coming your way. I feel like, honestly, it's like you can't imagine the ways these opportunities are going to be coming in. But it's because you're coming from that neutral place and an open, receptive place that everything is going to work out, that these opportunities can even come into your life, or you can even see them. That's maybe more important, that you can even see these opportunities. And then stay in your own skin. So that message is, that message just keeps coming forward. Make sure you're not taking on other people's limiting beliefs, doubts, other people's stuff. It just keeps saying, so the best way for you to like do well this month is just regular check-ins, that you're not picking up other people's projections on you by accident. Of course, you're probably just very empathic, very sensitive, very compassionate, and it's just important that you're not accidentally taking it on. Okay, just to leave you with a reflective question, what do you need to know or ask yourself for this month? Am I consistently showing up? Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet whoa, I can't read all of a sudden. Soul action today. Let's just skip to that. Journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up. Ooh, that's probably just all you need to hear. Okay, one more just to be safe. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? That's pretty on theme. To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, feelings, and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. Today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I'm worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. Yeah, that's really awesome. Okay. Oh, we have one more. I was like, should I read it? All right. The one that was just underneath. How does my body want to move today? How does your body want to move today? Listen and joyfully do. When we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? So this is a really good card because I was saying, like, maybe when you go outside, that might be a great check-in time. Moves your body, helps you like realize what is yours, what is not yours. I might just get things moving in a good way. Okay, this was a quick check-in, and hopefully it's giving you some clarity about some guidance to best prepare you for the month ahead. If you enjoyed it, you can always like this video or leave a comment, as it helps this specific video get more views. You can always subscribe, that helps the whole channel. And if you like readings with me and you want to support me, you can become a YouTube channel member, and you'll get members only videos, which is kind of cool. They're a little more specific, just because the pool of people is a little bit smaller, and you also get extended videos. So anyways, if you're interested in that, that is available, and if not, that's cool. I'll catch you in another pick a card reading sometime. See ya! Hello, pile 3. So you chose the piece of amber, and we're just going to be looking at what do you need to know about the month ahead, what's coming your way, any guidance, just really anything, anything that needs to come through for you. I'll limit line for your high skid right now. Okay, and then I'm also just going to pull some clarifying cards with this deck over here. Clarify pile 3s. Okay, so first you have make a note of it. sorry, I kept reading it as make an effort. And it says, release your blocks, Scorpio. So this is really interesting. I actually, what I'm getting from this card is like, I'm thinking like, I could be looking at this the wrong way, but I was seeing it as like the person's facing this like angel person, and I was just seeing like that would mean the heart is on the left side where the angel is holding. And I just feel like so many of us hold weight, burden, concern, anxiety, responsibility, like kind of over our own hearts or kind of in our heart centers. And I feel like it's like really taking note of it. Like if you've been struggling with like some, I want to say like shoulder, arm, neck pain, like down that line, it's like saying, okay, you know it's there. What happens if you take a moment to like feel into it? And the reason why I'm like looking at this is over here we kind of have meditate and aura cleanse and letting yourself shine and going for it. A lot of fire energy. I feel like there's just like this like I feel like if you're like, I've been feeling a little bit stuck, I've been feeling like I'm like on the cusp of something, but there's something holding me back. There's something like I'm stressing about or I'm worried about. And I also keep seeing this as a sock puppet for some reason. So I almost feel like it's like just needing to like look into this. I don't want to, sorry, this isn't supposed to be like a very long thing, I think. It's more like feeling into like, what has that been trying to say? Like you feel this pain, say in your shoulder area or neck area for a long time. How long has it been there? Does it get worse when you're taking on too much responsibility, when you're trying to become responsible or manage a bunch of situations? And then just like asking yourself, like, and acknowledging yourself, do I need to keep carrying that? Can I go play more? But I feel like it's like one of those moments where you like really pause and reflect. You don't just kind of think that, you like feel that. You feel that realization. Yeah, I feel like this month is going to be a lot of you like really connecting your emotions and your mind together. And like that being the thing that motivates you and pushes you forward. Yeah, and I just keep getting, there's a vibe of like letting yourself go into more play, going into more joy, receiving more, experiencing more. And that's why you kind of get the release your blocks. Like I feel like it's saying the only thing that's stopping you at this point is like your fear of feeling worthy of it or deserving of it. So it's like, what if you just took a step forward and, sorry, I keep going. All of a sudden, what if you let go of hardship, and you just went after it, went for it? I don't know. Maybe that makes sense for you. Hopefully it does. I kind of have a vibe of unclarity, confusion. Maybe that's like the word I'm looking for. Not being clear. Maybe some of you literally have been thinking so hard about something, you're a bit exhausted. You might have like some brain fog or mental fog. Literally could just be so tired that you're having a hard time connecting to what you need to hear right now. And I do find this very interesting that it's like, what can you do about that? We have like, take some self-care time, like relax time, where there's nothing else scheduled in your day other than to just take care of yourself, relax, catch up on your sleep, have a nap, yeah, bathe, just do things for you, you know? Just do things for you. And then that's going to go so far in the long run. And then over here, meditate. I feel like, once again, that's just like how I'm seeing this is just taking that time to connect in and check in with yourself. Definitely a check-in card. Like, what's going on for you? And the interesting thing is, like, I see like there's like doubles. Like there's like a body on top of a body, essentially. And I feel like it's like reconnecting that mental body with the physical body and the emotional body, like getting yourself centered and aligned again, because I just feel like you kind of fell a little bit out of alignment or something like that with yourself. And what I see from this is like when you get go for it and shine, like I feel like it's saying like, yeah, as long as you're just taking care of your physical needs and like what you're needing in the moment, I feel like that's gonna be it. Like that's like, once again, that's the block. I feel like this pile might just feel a bit stuck and confused, and it's just like you're just tired. You just need to ground, center yourself, take care of some basic needs, and then I think you're gonna be like feeling like, I want to say like sunshine and rainbows. Like you're gonna be feel ready to like conquer a mountain, to climb a mountain, you know, hike a mountain, whatever the expression is. And it's gonna be really wild, I think, for this pile, because I think you're just feeling so tired or just like not like yourself, and it's like just a little bit of self-care is going to go a really long way. And I wonder if there's just like a lot of things you've been meaning to do for yourself that you just haven't gotten around to. Like maybe you're like, I really need to take an Epsom salt bath, or maybe, I don't know. I would like wonder if you like usually take like a multivitamin or like a supplement or some kind of prescription medication, and you're out of it and you've been meaning to get more of it because it makes you feel better, but you just haven't been. And I almost feel like this is like that push to be like, you're important, get that stuff, get after it. Go get those things that make you feel good. Maybe you're just out of Epsom salts and you've been wanting to have a bath, and you just haven't made time to go to the store and get it. It's like, take the time, prioritize it is important. That should be your top focus. We have listen to your heart, which is like, once again, talking about reconnecting. Once again, I'm so drawn to the fact that there's like a mouth on the heart, and then there's like lines connecting the head. It's like really, really what's throwing you off right now is not being connected mind and body. It's just like, I think you've just gotten a little stuck in the mind. Once again, I keep yawning. I think this pile is really tired. I honestly think you could use a nap. I think you could use a nap and then make some big decisions about things in life. You have forgive, Pisces, which once again makes me think of balance. Push through any insecurities. Interesting. So I'm wondering if there is just like, I was just wondering if you've put aside like some regular routines or like some daily, self-care things that you were doing because of something new in your life. Maybe it's like new friendships, new roommates, new job, new coworker, new relationship or something. But I just feel like it's saying like, it's time to kind of get back on those routines. Yeah. And prioritize yourself and find balance in that. Because I don't know, I keep seeing push through any insecurities. I just keep seeing this as like having forgotten to prioritize yourself and what you need. Yeah. Like being so focused on the ocean out there, but realizing you need to deal with some of this like stuff hanging around right in front of you. If that makes any sense. Sorry, I feel like, I don't know, like maybe I'm just feeling tired, but I think it's like you're feeling really tired. All of a sudden I'm having a really hard time reading cards. I keep feeling. And this bottom might just be really, really exhausted because look at that. For the next thing we have here is vibe check and downtime. Vibe check auction talks about making sure that you're not taking on anything that's not yours, that you're prioritizing your time appropriately. Because you got like a little, okay, you got a sun with a clock on it and you got another sun over here. And I just keep thinking how it's like, it's important that you start prioritizing this self-care and what you're needing for yourself. I feel like the hamster wheel. Like your tank isn't full. That's the issue. Your tank isn't full. You're like running around, and at first it was, but now this habit or routine or cycle you found yourself in is just starting to really deplete you or drain you because I just don't feel like you're having that time to recenter. Take care of your basic needs is what I keep getting. So yeah, I feel like there's something to do with like your nutrition or something like that. So yeah, I feel like maybe normally you like maybe make your own meals and you eat very well, and like right now you are not doing that. You're not eating the way you want to eat, or prioritizing, maybe supplements coming to mind, because I feel like you're like, I take these things because they make me feel better and they strengthen my body and they support my body, so I keep taking supplements, but it could be prescription medication or something like that. But it's like, it's time for you to prioritize those things again, because it is saying you've been in the hustle. You've been at the hustle. You didn't realize that you were spinning your wheels, spinning your tires, and now you're getting so exhausted and so depleted, and you're just needing some like downtime or organized downtime. And I just keep getting this is to make sure that you're just like not taking on anybody else's stuff, and your basic needs are met, and it might even be around sleep. Maybe you need to sleep more. Honor your feelings and reveal what needs to be seen. So yeah, I feel like this is saying like maybe it's coming to terms with like why you've been feeling like this. Like there's no downtime, like a hamster running around on wheels. And I do feel like because there is like a new type of relationship in your life in some way, and it's just like getting really clear about why you're feeling nervous about making your needs met, creating boundaries around your needs. So it's like, oh, I can't hang out on Fridays because I always see my friend that day, or I always go to this certain class that day, or something like that. It's like, just be honest with yourself. Maybe you go to the gym that day, or there's like a picnic on Fridays. Insert the thing you might do on a certain day, and just being like, okay, that was important to you. And you're feeling that loss in your life from not going to it anymore, and just getting clear about why maybe you stopped or why you are denying yourself that. But I feel like it's more like there's like a need and a desire that you have that you are kind of putting aside for this new thing, relationship, situation. It could even be sleep, because yeah, I'm like even starting to close my eyes here, and I'm like, oh, it'd be so nice to sleep, but I was not this exhausted before I started this pile, so I don't think this is mine. I think this is yours. So honor your feelings. Yeah, it's just like, I just get sitting with them. Like, I wonder if like you're kind of managing yourself a lot right now. I mean, always just take whatever resonates, but I do wonder if there is just like a lot of emotional managing happening or regulation happening. So maybe you're just like trying to like make everything work, but then you're sacrificing like what you're wanting or what's best for you. And I feel like it's just like calling you to like sit down and be like, all right, what do I miss having in my life? What do I want back in my life? What do I want in my life? And how can I like honor that right now? How can I make that possible for me in my circumstances? And this is just talking about getting clear with yourself about what's going on. I want to pull one of these cards just to see what guidance comes through for you. Oh, there's so many yawns. What guidance comes through? If there's a card in here that says maybe go take a nap, that would be perfect. What am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me. It's a question. So it says, no more thinking, only doing. Be brave and you will discover what you are really made of. Wild soul, strong heart, can't lose. This is really interesting, because basically you're kind of saying what I was seeing here around just like so much mental energy, so much mental energy right now, and connecting it to the rest of you. Okay. Are you waiting on someone or on someone else before you can take the big leap? What if you were to take life into your own hands and forge your own unique path? Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more waiting for others. Do it scared, take the leap. So it's like, just go after it. Go after whatever it is that you've been overthinking. What else does pile 3 need to hear right now? What excuses am I making right now? And it says, no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. There is just now. And soul action is, if it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart. You will be led. Yeah, so it's pretty on theme. I just feel like, sorry, I don't know. So tired. Oh, where is this coming from? I wonder if you're even just exhausted from going back and forth on this, and like the stress from not knowing what decision to make is so tiring and exhausting. You wonder if you're also been struggling with that, just exhaustion. I'm gonna see if I can get a little more clarity on what this is. And I mean, this is interesting because it's asking for the month ahead. So get a new story. Interesting. So this is like, if there's like something in your head that's going on and on about why you can't take action, or say there's like a situation and you're just way overthinking it, and they're like, well, I can't do this because of this, and I want to do this, but this other thing is happening. It's like, all right, whew, this is going to be the month of like taking a deep breath and being like, what do I want and how can I get there? How can I get there? Not all the reasons why it can't work, not the what ifs of something happening, like letting go of what if. And this is like, say, sleep on it. So if there is like a decision you need to make right away, I feel like it's saying just sleep on it. One, because I think you need a nap. So it could literally be like, go take a nap. You'll be clear, feeling more like yourself, and more likely able to hear your own wisdom and like body knowledge on what is the best answer for you. We also have claim your boundaries. So this is, I keep getting this as like assert what you have the energy for and the needs, the needs that you need. Needs that you need. Yeah, I really feel like this pile will be like a different human if they just had a little more sleep. Like, it's so hard to think around how tired I'm suddenly feeling. Woo-woo is wonderful. That's interesting. So it's like, it's okay to embrace some of this stuff. It's okay to embrace, like, maybe it's like watching a card reading about it, or doing your own card reading about it, or seeing synchronistic numbers. It's like, okay if you're like making some of your decisions based off of what you intuitively feel is right. And then we have laugh, which just means like play more, have more fun. You're getting really laser focused on sort of the stress of this decision or this action or what to do. Yeah, sorry, I feel like I've been speaking in riddles this whole time. I think the problem is I just like feel how exhausted this pile is, and it's really hard to get messages around it, around this level of exhaustion, and to see things clearly. But I think the problem is the exhaustion and the stress has made you a bit pessimistic. I think that's ultimately kind of what I'm getting, is like you've gotten into a bit of pessimism, and you're not actually a pessimistic person, but it's just, if anyone gets this little sleep and gets this exhausted and, you know, has like a whole story going on in their head about why something can't work out, or all the worst case scenarios, all the worst case what ifs, it's going to be really hard to have any energy to just tune in with your body and be like, what do you feel like I should do about this? What do I need? And there might even be like a boundary around, like, if you're trying to keep up with someone else's schedule, it's time for you to be like, hey, I can't. You don't need to feel someone bad for that, or don't need to make someone feel bad for that. You just say, hey, I don't have the energy to do all those things. And I just gotta honor myself right now so that I can show up to the best of my ability in this relationship or this job or this role. And I just want to be the best person I can be. So that's gonna involve me getting an extra 10 hours of sleep a week, and that's gonna have to be okay. Otherwise, I won't really be here in the capacity that I want to be, or, you know, something like that. So that's a big theme, and connecting the heart to the mind. Connecting the heart to the mind, super big. And when it says a month, so I feel like this could be something that you're, you know, like that could be working, that you could be working through for a little bit here. But by the end of this month, I think you're gonna just realize, like, when you listen to your body and what you're needing, when you take the rest you need, you're actually quite able to come up with a clear, decisive decision on your action plan for ahead of you, or what you're really wanting or needing. And I think that's ultimately what you're kind of struggling with, is maybe like not being sure about things, not knowing how to make decisions. And it's like, just get more sleep and that will be a really, really great start. Okay, just to finish this reading off, I'll pull one more of these. What else to summarize for pile 3? So who am I comparing my life right now? And it says, what you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. And the sole action is stop today comparing and start creating. I really like that card. I really like it. I usually see that as more so like when we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so behind. Everyone else is like already done this by now. Or like, I thought I could have my life looking a certain way by now. And sometimes it's isn't like a direct person we're comparing ourselves to. It's more like this like elusive picture in our mind or standard in our mind that we had for ourselves at a certain age or certain life cycle. There we go. And we're just not meeting up to that, so then we get really hard on ourselves. But anyways, pile 3, I'm gonna let you go because I am feeling so tired. I'm sorry you're feeling this tired, and I really hope that you get a really, really amazing nap in, and that just helps you connect in like you're desiring, because I just feel like there's like, yeah, this confusion, this fog almost, like brain fog is the closest thing I can describe it to, and I feel like having more rest just helps clear that up and helps you think clearer, know what's going on clearer, just like know, you'll just know. Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll catch you around another video sometime.